Hello, welcome to World Cup UHC 2023. This is a special season in which we're doing Clash of Kingdoms, which means it's team of 4. But the way teams are made, it's one player per country on a team. And the teams are formed of close or neighboring countries. The scenarios are just CutClean beta zombies, nothing too special. Version is 1.8. We're going back old school. Last season was 1.19, so yeah, bring it back in time. Shit, let's go. Let's get World Cup UHC. Woo!
Single solitary viewer, and welcome to the UHC World Cup 2024. I was a little bit late scattered here, and so I missed the first damage of the game taken by France. Remy took fall damage. I'm not sure if there's going to be, a heal after that. But I'm getting used to the controls here that they have changed a little bit on the spectating. So we have several teams, generally speaking, with this is like ravine. This is the wolf ravine. This is something I have not seen very often in Minecraft. Wolves falling and spawning in ravines. Yeah, that's something unusual, let's just say. Let's have a look around and see as many teams as we can. So this season is a little different. You're going to want to pay attention to the intro at the beginning of every episode to make sure that you take note of what players represent what countries you're interested in following and what group of 4 are you going to be rooting for. You're going to have to keep track of that. Of course, I have a little chart here that with last-minute substitutions and changes, so I have some teams, but by and large, I'm going to get a little bit confused because, yeah, there's a lot of changes, and some players, and let's not say Welsh, but there's some players that have decided to take stupid names instead of a normal name, and so when you look at the teams, instead of saying like something like Welsh, let's say, it might say something like Tesco Bag for Life, right? There's no control I can have over memers being dumb. Hopefully, that doesn't mean we wish any ill will to the team or the player or anything like that, but that makes it a little more difficult for low IQ spectators to follow. So Bobby the Turtles decided to tickle a creeper and take a little bit of damage. Obviously, when you're necky, this is a time where you're very vulnerable at the very beginning of the game. Sometimes you want to find an early cave, something like that, like Torin finding a zombie spawner. He'll be very interested in what's in those chests. Sometimes it could be really precious loot. Not in this case. Not in this case. What can you do? So I think I should probably try and turn off this reach thing because this is some anti-cheats things for the spectators. And this one is just going to pollute the thingy, toggle spec info types, potions, healing, crafting, unexposed ores, team colors, miscellaneous, structure. Do I have can I remove no, okay. All right, never mind. We'll deal with reach. And that way you'll see if anyone has a really suspicious reach in these countries. Sometimes that's just, lag related. is what it is. That's not the menu I want. All right. So here we are with Godrix following one of the numerous blue teams. Let me tab out just a second so I can see the new updated teams chart. Because what happens is teams are made and then players can't come through. And so you have to find new players to represent new countries and so on and so forth. And it gets a little tough sometimes to cobble some teams back together. So props to the organizer. Remy is taking a lot of damage trying to cave super early, but as you can see, thanks to the CutClean scenario, he's fully armored up. It didn't take very long, and the game config has changed. Someone has found a village, so let's take a look at this discovery. Apparently, it's not an impressive village. Well, actually, multiple people have come around, but it's not the most impressive village, I would say. Remy's still taking more damage as he explores that cave. And Dargan with dealing with the spiders in his cave. As a trigger warning, I will probably call everyone he, even when they're not a he, for the sake of my own small brain. Meetup block decay meant to be on. That's probably a no. I did not even realize this was a potential thing, but it's true. It is possible in a way to make fording less, toxic. In a meetup situation, people build walls and then the fights become interminable. If you want, you can make the little shortcut where placed blocks have decay on them and they despawn during the meetup. So walled defenses are no longer quite. See, was that worth it? Hecticity, was that worth it? Just to avoid swimming? I don't think that was worth it. But Leon is here spectating with me. Leon doesn't know I'm spectating. Well, actually, that's not true. Leon totally knows I'm spectating. But he is above dealing with Fluesmaker. Spittoon over here. Is that actually the name? Is that someone? Or is that yet another memer showing up with a different name? And I've got a loud squirrel outside the window, being really loud. Anyway. Squirrels are the annoyance of my life. You won't understand. Remy is failing at caving. This is amazing. Okay, I don't want to see failing at caving, but it's taken already 4 hearts of damage trying to cave as fast and efficiently as possible. And to be fair, if you want to get a whole lot of loot, a whole lot of gold, and a whole lot of diamonds, wrong one. What? Let me just do this one instead. Oh, I didn't even realize it was possible to... Okay, strip mining is allowed, which is, again, I'm not a fan of that, especially in 1.8. But we have a team that nether rushed. I didn't even realize the nether was open, so this is going to be potentially very interesting. Because they've actually managed to basically spawn right inside a fortress. This fortress will have potion stuff right here. So all they need to do is successfully kill a few of these blazes without taking an ungodly amount of damage. Of course, not get withered, because that would be very bad. And they decided to go here without really armoring up. So, yikes. It's really all about placing the blocks in the correct spot to make sure that, basically, how do you say this? You're protected from the evil threat. Oh, that's gonna be a situation. Can you believe this? Valnius, credit to his race. Doing all the damage. Well, Dai is, well, not. He's not. Galarian Meowth is taking a whole lot of damage from an Enderman and has perished. GG, GG. Yeah, Galarian Meowth is our first death. The Enderman got him. And so that's a big loss to the team. Let me see what team that was. But this super fast Nether rush is going to be paying off. They did this in very short time. They were very lucky to find a fortress right out of the gate. And now it's all about collecting sand, brewing potions, and getting the rest of the stuff. Because they basically were virtually not delayed at all. So with the new chart, I can't even see what team Galarian Meowth was on. So there was with Remy in France. Oh, so that was another dumb... Oh, that was Kubaslav. Okay, so Kubaslav of Czechia, first gone. See, that's what happens when you're a known player, a known entity, but you decide to take a stupid alt name just to annoy Floozemaker. Okay. Well, the teammate of the deceased, Chibi, is right over here doing his business for Poland. And getting a little bit of gold, getting a cave. A cave. Let's call it that. Remy is just taking like constant damage from... So I don't know if he's going to make it out alive. He's down to 42 health. He's taking like, well, almost as much damage as Carlifu. Which, I'd be fair, I did miss how he took that damage. That was probably a big creeper or something. Tell me in the comments what it was. Wait, let me see. I wanted to see what Shaky found in the chest. No, nothing game breaking. Nothing game breaking. But that's how it was in 1.8. The loot in chests was really not as fantastic. That's because back in those days, if you recall, in vanilla, it was possible to craft enchanted golden apples. So as a result, it was not necessary to have like that OP loot in the chests when you wandered around. So this is completely legal in this World Cup. This, my reflex is to say this is haram. This is not good. This is bad. This is verboten. But what can I tell you? So Shaky failing to water bucket. Pardon the train that is polluting the audio of this feed. No doubt. You will be hearing this. So Kai went to the Nether and back. Is that the same? So Kai went to the Nether, came back, did not have the stuff he wanted. That's Kubaslav. That's weird. I thought, Kubaslav taking skelly damage. Remy, so he took a lot of damage, managed to heal back up. That's what happens when you cave around with speed. You find more loot and you're capable of getting stuff faster. Let's explore this zombie spawner with Bobby La Tortuga. And he is crafting... well, he probably got the string necessary to make a bow right there. So it's not nothing, but a dungeon is just not as strong in 1.8 as it is in modern day Minecraft. Tony also heading over to the Nether. So teams, or actually coming back, teams really taking note of the fact that the Nether is opened. But they can see it has been explored, and I think they've decided more or less that, well, someone beat us to the punch. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. So these are teams of 4. The strategy, of course, is completely different from a free-for-all. You need to be sure to be a credit to your team. But of course, in the first few episodes, in order to maximize anything you might find, maximize the amount of gold and diamonds, especially, that you might find, players will split up, of course, and cover more cave grounds in order to find, well, as much loot as possible. Wi-Fi has been warned for lag machines, of course. And yeah, the surface is no longer as friendly a spot to be as it once was. The stronghold was found by Ireland. So of course, one of the things, I doubt this zombie spawner will be found, but the stronghold is one of the best things what you can find in this game, mostly because of this library here. The library can have some very powerful books. In this case, not that chest. And the other important chest, wow, that is, Did the organizers come around and remove the super OP books? I don't know. Sometimes it is possible to have libraries that spawn and they suck butt. We have a burning happening here. This obviously quite unfortunate, treacherous looking little area here where he probably was looking over there and fell here. And that hurt. No doubt. That hurt. But he's in a promising area, so healing will probably be found. We've got Skylord also coming up to the fortress. Is this the same fortress or a different one? Let's quickly have a look here. No, it's the same fortress. You can see, you know, the other team that has gone through. So Skylord will discover that the Nether wart has been removed. But there's still a chance that a chest might have been forgotten and that this chest contains like some Nether wart in it. So sometimes, you know, the first team in its effort to loot everything as fast as possible misses a spot. That's a possibility, but I don't think this is what's going to be happening here. Skylord is actually trying to get blaze rods. But does not have the Nether warts. Did he get the blaze rods for nothing? For naught? I think that might be the case. I'm gonna leave him here and teleport away. Because we have some teams, obviously, that have been enchanting and making diamond pants. You've seen the text go by at the bottom left. Every time someone mines diamonds or gold, it appears on screen. I don't teleport to it every single time because, I mean, with players of this caliber, it just happens too much. But Valnius has crafted the brewing stands already. Sometimes you want to start brewing a little bit later on in the game because potions will clog up your inventory. But that said, you know, one brewing stand is not that bad. Not that bad. Lyda is not heading in a direction that's gonna give a whole lot of loot right away. Should be informed that strip mining can work. It is allowed, and for example, that's gonna pay off. That's gonna pay dividends for Wi-Fi. Welsh getting bullied by skeletons. Again, pardon the loudness of the trains in the background. Hopefully I'm going to find a way to edit the audio so that's not too bad, but that's how you can tell this was recorded during the summer as opposed to when it was released, because it's so hot I need to have like a little crack of the window a little open so the AC can keep me cool in here, and as a result... Godric's. That's the end of the episode. We'll see you in the next one for more of the UHC World Cup. Bye-bye. Sponsored by the Flues Crew on Patreon.